Oh, hey guys, I didn't see you there. I was I was a bit busy mining, as you can see. Hey, welcome back to the next episode. As you can see here, I'm doing a bit of mining. I have a bit of a project for this episode, and it's going to require a lot of cobblestone, in my estimation at least. I would like to smelt down this cobblestone, but it's going to require a lot of resources to do that, and for now we'll just leave it as just normal ugly cobblestone. Don't worry, we're not too far from home. We're in that little pit hole that's underneath our home, just right here. See, we're just really close by. We're just in this little hole here, just to mine a little bit of cobblestone for our own sake. Let's just put a little bit of a torch right here. Yeah, there's a bit of coal here, but it's unlikely we're gonna need it, but we can mine it anyways. The plan is going to be that, as is per scheduled, last episode was a little bit of an exploration episode with a little bit of mining. Today is going to be a building episode, also with a bit of mining. Really bucking the trend, aren't I? Today, our plan with all this cobblestone is going to be that we're going to be constructing a whole bunch of walls around our main encampment. We're going to be making these walls just to make sure that our villagers can be safe and sound at night, but also so that I'm able to build our home and our little village in peace, so that I will not be bothered when I'm inevitably going to be start rambling on to you guys. But that's just in a little bit. For now, let's just peacefully mine away in our little man-made cave. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. As I started mining, my iron pickaxe immediately broke. As you recall from last episode, I have a bit of diamonds in my chest, but as per the rules, I'm not allowed to use them yet. So I'm gonna be stuck with this. Okay, not this stone tool, but we'll be using a variety of stone weaponry here to get through. And let's make sure we go to sleep so none of our villagers get harmed in the middle of the night. It is hard mode, so those zombies are fully capable of just breaking through those doors. There is a few iron golems that I spotted, but I'd rather not chance it, since this area is really prone to zombie attack and a whole bunch of other nasty critters. So I just don't want to put a chance on it. It's not very safe. I'm approaching this like it's a hardcore world when I can be as reckless as I reasonably want to, but I feel like playing a little bit like this allows me to make better progress on more interesting things than I otherwise would. Yeah, we'll use that excuse for now. This is an interesting area. Let's put a torch up here just in case, since I have no idea if that can spawn or not. And I do not want to use the F3 menu just yet. Alright, let's go. I could use that crafting table down there, but that's okay. Hello, villager. Let's go ahead and craft a few walls up here. Fantastic. Okay, that is a lot of walls. I don't expect to need this much, but I am glad we have all of this anyway. So, hey there, please. Okay, man. Can't believe I'm doing all this for such ungrateful villagers. Whatever. That's okay. That's okay. Enderman. Oof, be careful. I want to make sure that this path over here can pass through. We'll probably have like a gate around here or so. I think the graveyard will probably stretch from here to probably here. The housing prices for this land property over here is going to be miserable. I don't think land property is very high when it's right next to a cemetery. I'm sorry to whoever lives in here. Who is it? Oh, it's the smith. It's the high quality armor smith? Weaponsmith. It's a high quality weaponsmith that lives here. So sorry, man. That's gonna be a really bad nest egg for you, I say. Let's start the wall around here. Yeah, let's have a little bit of space. So we'll do it here, and then we'll have a little bit of ground here, and this is gonna be on this tile right here, and this is 1, 2 steps away from here. So 1, 2. So we will start. Hello, chicken. We will start it on this point right here. Fantastic. Okay. And it's going to have to be too tall. just to make sure no mobs get over it. I'll have to probably make some spider-resistant stuff, but for now, this will be fine. Oh yeah, today we have a few topics to talk about today, and it's just going to be mostly about my personal interests. When is it not my personal interests, am I right? I really hope I had a laugh track there, otherwise it's going to get really embarrassing. Can you jump up here? Yes, you can. I should put this right here. Now it's basically impossible even for me to get up here without running. Wait, can you get up here by running? No, I'm just making myself look like an idiot. Okay, let's just keep going. I want to start off with this thing I only learned about, I think, a few days ago, and that is, on my timeline recently appeared, an author that I really like is getting, or is making a sequel rather, to a book of his that I really like. If some of you are Warhammer aficionados, then you guys will probably know that The Infinite and the Divine is getting another book. It's getting a sequel. I am so hyped, you have no idea. The first book was really enjoyable for me. It's something that I was in the middle of learning something at the time, I think. Let me get some dirt just to pave this over. But at the time, I was learning something about some business systems or something, but I really didn't want to do it at the time because it's just something that doesn't mesh well with my brain for some reason. And also because I was running into issues with configuring the system, but that's also besides the point. The point being is that I really just didn't want to do it. So, actually, I don't want to do it at the house. So what came of it was I was trying to figure out ways of stalling and making sure that I just didn't do what I was supposed to be doing. So, what I randomly picked up before then, at the time, I was only about, 20 pages into it. I picked up The Infinite and the Divine. And that was technically my first book into the series, since I kind of knew a bit about the lore from random YouTube videos and such, but this was my first real foray into Warhammer, and man, was it an experience. Let me actually put some like posts here just to demarcate where I want to put the walls. So we'll put it here. Put this here. This. The walls are here, so we should actually go that way. Let me just mine this out. The world of Warhammer is really cool. Really. I autistically rambled to somebody about it on my first time meeting them. I didn't meet them ever again, mind you. I really wanted to do it. The world is just really cool to me for some reason. This first book was really good, since it doesn't really require all that much of an intro to the Warhammer universe. Maybe like a bit of cursory information, like, oh, here are the overall big overarching factions. Like, hey, this is like super far in the future, everything sucks and is awful. Humanity is a decrepit empire that is on its last legs. There are apparently demons from hell that have overtaken some of the humans. There's a bunch of aliens too that all want to kill people because why not? And a whole bunch of that jazz, you know. That's pretty much all you need, really, because the two main characters of Orican the Diviner and Praisen the Infinite are just... They are absolutely sublime characters, just to let you know. Oh my goodness, they are the most petty creatures I have seen in a while in a lot of my writings, or in a lot of my readings. For a lot of this book, they will just go on and on about their machinations of what they personally want to do, and then randomly interspersed is just sheer unadulterated hatred in Orican's case for just how much of an irritating buffoon Trazen is, and for Trazen is just how much of a stodgy old piece of work Orican is, and them being forced into this kind of buddy cop adventure near the middle to end of the book. It's just so sweet to watch. Please go away, donkey. I already saw you during the first episode. Please go away. I'm busy here. Please go away. Go away. It's such an interesting experience. Every chapter is really cool since it starts off with a bit of a, not a preamble. I forgot there's an actual specific term for it. Do I put the walls up there? No, I'm gonna stop like right here, I think, for now at least. Yeah, for now I'll just add this here, and then if I want to increase the walls, I'll Ooh, this is a tough call, actually. I'm probably gonna put the walls going around that way to meet up with that flat sheer face. So So actually, I want it to be like here-ish instead of there. So, but oops, I forgot I cannot do that with walls. But every chapter begins with a small little excerpt or quote from either another character in the world or one of the various cultural plays that the Necrons have. Necrons are basically just think of Terminator, skeleton, Egyptian robots, and you're pretty much there. They just want to take over the world because they were the basically one of, if not the original civilizations in the Milky Way galaxy. So they view humans and all other life forms as kind of encroaching on their turf and just trying to get everyone off their lawns. That's the long and short of it, basically. Their goal for this book was to reobtain this special artifact that they got from a long time ago that was related to their transformation from somewhat humanoid creature because they were basically human people. They're not literally humans, but like you know how these fantasies are. Like everything looks generally humanoid, and these guys were basically humans without actually calling them human. Not genetically, but you get my point. This artifact that they got was a relic from the one Necron who wasn't turned into a actual proper Necron. He stayed a Necrontyr, a Necrontyr being the original term for the Necrons. Oh, them fighting over this one artifact was such a joy. I think one of the chapters. Oh, this is an annoying ravine. I think I literally am just gonna go across. I think it's gonna look really weird here, but I think that's just what I'm gonna have to do. Let me fill this area in real quick. Hold on. Oh, that goes. Hi. You okay, dude? Oh, all right, man. Hold on. Let me help you real quick. Oh, he's moving. He's moving now. Okay, we're good. Oh, this is an interesting little ravine we found here. Let me just light this up. But just getting back on track real quick. This prince guy being basically the last of the Necrons, and them trying to find his tomb is just really fun. If you haven't read any Warhammer books before, I highly recommend this. This is before anything else. Okay, just to let you know, I've read like 2.5 books. This one I've read the oh goodness, what's it called? Assassinorum Kingmaker. That's also a very good one. I'll talk about that in a bit. Even above Assassinorum Kingmaker, I really think that reading this book before is you're gonna do yourself a service just to read this since it's very fun. And for me, getting to see that Infant the Divine is getting a sequel, ooh, it makes me so happy. I know I'm probably gonna binge read that like almost instantly, but that's fine. That's what it means. Please get out of here. I'm getting sick of you guys. Let me just cover this up real quick. Okay. Thankfully, there's no like ground under here for me to worry about. So I can just easily just fill this in. Yeah, okay, sweet. That looks good enough to me. Let me actually just do something like this to make it look like it's kind of leading inwards. There you go. That's good. But I highly recommend that. The sequel book, I believe, is going to be called The Wicked and the Warped or something. And from what I can tell, it's going to be a Necrons versus Chaos book. And for those in the know, that's not very common. You see Imperium versus Chaos like every 1 and 2 books is a Imperium versus Chaos book because to be fair, the Imperium and Chaos are basically the main characters in the world, with all the Xenos factions and otherwise just kind of being set dressing sometimes. So this is going to be absolutely interesting. I'm very interested to see who this specific antagonist is going to be, since Chaos isn't just like one big thing similar to the Imperium. They're a really big faction, so being able to see exactly what it's going to be very fun. Ooh, I wonder if it's going to be Perturabo, since recently I think they're doing a bit of a push in the lore that Perturabo is getting ready to increase the size of his infinitely sprawling city in space, of course, because why not? Warhammer, you get used to it. But Perturabo, seemingly, would in theory could run into a Necron tomb world. That would be a really cool fight. Just to see, oh man, I really hope we see like Sarek the Silent King, or maybe oh goodness, I forgot him, but the antagonistic faction to Sarek. He's really cool as well. This is really good. Okay, we'll just stop like here, I think. Yeah, we'll just 1, 2, 3. Good enough. And then yeah, this is a good enough wall, I think. Let's start connecting these up now. But yeah, speaking of Warhammer, let's go back to the Assassinorum Kingmaker book. That was also really good. I had a very good time with it. The characters were really nice, and we get to see the very little lore about one of arguably my favorite sub faction, I think, which is the Sisters of Silence, who are I wish there was more stuff for Sisters of Silence, but what can you do, you know? When GW refuses to give you a faction the time of day, there's very little you can do. But we get to see the Sisters. Just to let you know, Sisters of Silence are not in that book, so I just only mention them because I was thinking of the pain and sorrow I feel whenever I think about them. But this is a book about not Silent Sisters, but we get to see Adeptus Titanicus, who are they're basically Gundam pilots, except the Gundams are really old, really big, knight-looking armigers. If you think of like a really old robot, but instead of being piloted by this really high-tech civilization that is like flying through space, no, these are like really big old clunky churches on wheels, or on legs rather, because they walk. It's really cool looking at art of them. But these are like old like night worlds where everyone falls under like feudal law, and this is not the entrance, isn't it? Yeah, this is not the screw it. It's okay. We can go through here. That's fine. We'll go through here. I'm slowly letting go of that rule that I'm making of trying not to swear. Man, I really don't want to edit it out either. But these knights are so cool. And alongside the knights, we get to see the Assassinorum, which is as you can tell, they're the assassins of the Imperium. There are 3 characters. One of them's like the scout sniper main character. The other is the shapeshifter lady. And the other is this techno wizard type lady, and they're all super cool. It's funny to see the absolute last chapter basically just be sequel bait, but considering the writer did a very good job writing this, and because it's very highly regarded, I fully expect there to be a sequel at some point, so I don't have to worry about it too much, you know? After you read Infinite and the Divine, I also highly recommend that one. It's a fun ride. It's a very fun ride. Ooh, there's iron right here. If I smelt this, I can make an iron pick. That's gonna make my life so much easier. This is bigger than some of the veins that I saw while I was actually mining. That kind of makes me mad, but that's okay. Oh hey, that's 2 pickaxes worth. Sweet, yeah, we'll take that. How much is this? Let's get 1 more stack worth, and then we'll go up. Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. We're going back up right now. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I've been using the restroom a lot more recently. I swear I'm not doing it just I swear I'm not doing it just to waste time. I've just been drinking a lot more water recently, on recommendation of my new trainer. Yes, I have a new trainer. The old trainer, unfortunately, had to go to like a different location, but my new trainer, he's a really kind person. He's an immensely kind person. He absolutely beat my behind, but he kindly talked me through the entire process. And like I talked to him about my aspirations of cosplaying one day, since that's kind of my goal being at the gym right now. Or it's not to say goal, it's not like I went to the gym exclusively to go cosplay, but one of my goals of being at the gym is to cosplay, where I just kind of saw, hey, what's a good excuse to go to the gym? I mean, I kind of like cosplaying and go to cons. Sure, that's a good reason to. So I kind of grabbed onto that rather quickly. He talked to me a lot about that. He talked to me about Speed Racer, actually, because that was one of the things that he really liked as a kid. I used to watch Speed Racer as a kid too. I think I barely remember the plot, mind you. That stuff is like real old for me. I had a Speed Racer toy. That's basically what I could say, almost assuredly. But the names of characters, like general plots, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have no idea. No, 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 no idea. All right, let's get back to building. Actually, no, let's get back to mining. Back into the mines we go. But we quickly chatted about that as he kind of hurt me and broke me down. It was a good experience though. But I am drinking a lot more water since on his recommendation, in order to be healthier and happier in general. And again, if you're hearing this, go drink your water. I'm going to be drinking my water right now as well. Okay, delicious, absolutely amazing. Back onto the topic, I think. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about Warhammer. Another thing that I was looking at recently, I've actually had this game on my Steam account for a while, but it is Warhammer Darktide. I played Warhammer Vermintide with my friends like a year or so ago, and that was a pretty good experience. I played Witch Hunter. The Witch Hunter guy is just very funny, so I really like him a lot. Let me go back this way just to open up the area so I don't feel like I'm just making an infinite tunnel in one direction. The gameplay was really good, and I saw a decent amount of gameplay for Darktide, so I think my friend probably got it for me. I do not remember actually buying it, but I had it on my account for a while, and I played it a bit, and I played Veteran, who's just generic gun guy. I made a Cadian, of course I did. The planet broke before the guard did. I love Cadians, they're awesome. The gun game style was pretty good. It had really good feedback, but generally I wanted a little bit more than that, you know? I wanted something a bit more interesting, a little bit more unique. Which is why I am so elated when I found out that my unarguably favorite proper faction was going to be coming to Darktide. And oh, the mechanic is being playable, dude. Oh, that's so sick. It even they have like this gun, I think that makes the Garand sound, you know, the ting sound when you reload. Ah, it's so cool. It's not as good as like an actual Garand, but I don't care. I really do not care. It's so sick to me. Do I have enough? Oh, I have more than enough. Never mind. Let me light this area up a little bit too. It gave me so much joy seeing it, since the Adeptus Mechanicus are, if you're not unfamiliar, the Adeptus Mechanicus in Warhammer are this cloistered faction of techno zealots who are dedicated to the preservation of old human knowledge and technology, but they do it in the most backwards way possible, ironically, because they want to preserve technology, yes, but they really do not care about actually progressing human society forward, because they remember from the dark age of technology, which was the humans' AIs basically overthrew people. This happened at some point, I don't remember exactly when, but this traumatized humanity enough to the point where they're just like, you know what, no, instead of calling stuff artificial intelligence, AI, they still use the AI moniker, but instead of calling it that, they call it abominable intelligence, because those things killed people. It's really funny. I spat on my pop mic, on my pop stand. That sucks. I need to be much more careful about that because I do not know how to clean this thing. Can I get up here? Wait, hold on. Oh, am I dumb? Oh ho ho! I still don't think I should be able to see through here. I intend on putting like guard towers up here. That'll look cool. But Darktide's a genuinely really fun game. It's not competitive at all, which is really good for me because I have a really bad competitive streak. So if it minimizes my competitiveness, I'm all for it. I'm okay with that because nothing can actually hop up that high except for me. Unless Herobrine comes up. Okay, just checking. Go here and go back this way. If you just want something calm play that also has a bit of energy, that's such an oxymoronic statement. If you want a action-packed co-op game experience that you can also play solo, and something to kind of zone out to as you feel that action, then Darktide is really good, honestly. The music is fantastic. Jesper Kid does a fantastic job. Immortal Imperium, Disposal Unit, fantastic songs. I played that stuff when I'm at the gym, and it's such an energy kick. So good. The fighting experience. There's not just the Mechanicus or veteran faction. There's like the Ogren faction, or not faction. There's the Ogren character you can build, which is just big dumb tank guy with big old guns. That's somebody's fantasy. I know that's somebody's fantasy because it was my fantasy at some point. It's let me break these on the ground here real quick so nothing is actually directly connected to it. Let me break this too. Actually, go away. Cool. There's the Ogren character, there's the Zealot character who's mostly melee and has like some shotguns and stuff I think you can use. Then there is the Psyker, who is basically the generic wizard character that you can use. And they have some cool abilities, I think. They're pretty fun, honestly. I tried them first, but of course I got kind of bored with it. The build options for them were a bit... They were okay, but they were not to my liking, which is unfortunate. Let me put this here, actually, and here. Good. Awesome. And I think that's everything. Oh, no. I didn't cover the DLC factions. Yes, there are DLC characters, and I'm mixed about DLC characters existing in general. Feels kind of gross to me, but they're pretty cool. And the game gets continuous updates, so it allows for the game to keep being played after its initial release. So I'll swallow my pride on this one at least. But the DLC factions, I don't know much about them. I do know there's one called the Arbites, and if any of you have watched Judge Dredd, it's Judge Dredd. It's just Judge Dredd. It's a crime-fighting super cop who is judge, jury, and executioner all in one. They have a dog. They have a cool dog that you can use in the middle of the fight, which is pretty sick. I'm running at a cobble, but that's okay. We'll go back for more later. I recommend the game. I honestly do. Oh, I also forgot. There's also one more. It's called the this Hive Scum, which is basically the archetypical rogue character. They're pretty cool. I have literally no idea how they work. I'm gonna be real with you. I have no idea. I just never really liked them. I never liked how they look. They just look kind of grody to me. And the whole game is pretty grody, but it matches the aesthetic. Not my aesthetic, but it matches somebody's aesthetic, I'm sure. Yeah, okay, let's keep going up here. Yeah. Oh, I've also been playing another game. It's another Warhammer game. I kind of stopped playing it for a bit because I was a little bit tired, since it requires a good amount of thinking. But I was playing Warhammer Mechanicus. And it's a very good puzzle game, or not a puzzle. Okay, it is a puzzle game. That would be an outright lie for me to say it's not a puzzle game. It's a strategic game that requires intelligent movement of your own units in accordance with what the enemy is probably going to do. Since this is not XCOM, all of your shots will hit, which, oh my goodness, it makes me so happy to say that because I have really bad luck. So being able to have guaranteed shots on your stuff is just a joy, since that means I don't have to worry about anything. I guess I'm just trapping these guys in here now, which I'm okay with. I'm sorry, guys. You guys are just gonna have to stay in here with me for the long run now. Let's put this here. Okay, that's good. Up there. Let's go to sleep first, and then we're gonna go back into the mines. It's super fun. You can do a good amount of exploration in these Necron tomb worlds, as well as a good amount of like flavor, such good amount of flavor that you can see in these stories. I do recommend it as well. I'm not sure about the DLC. I've seen some questionable reviews of the DLC, so base game I can say good stuff, very good stuff. I recommend that. Other than that, I have no clue. Oh yeah. Ooh, okay, so I basically one-shot this game like over the week. After I recorded last session, I went to sleep, I woke up, and I finally got the energy to start playing this game that I saw like a while ago and bought like about a month ago, and it's just sitting on my account. And it was Ghost Runner. If you're old and like were paying attention at the time during like 2020, 2021 or so, you saw Ghost Runner, and it's just like, it is a speedrunner's heaven. You're this robot parkour guy, and you're wall running on the walls. You've got the sword in hand, reflecting shots back at people, one-shotting people, and dashing and dodging around everywhere. Oh, it's so cool. If once you get good at it, I'm sure that you're gonna feel like an absolute god. It's such a trip. The story is pretty okay too, I think. It's very simple and straightforward. Main character robot. It's a cyberpunk dystopian world where everybody was forced to hide in this one big old tower. Oh, let's go get that other iron pickaxe. That's not good. Hopefully we can run into some more iron underneath this mountain here. but that's going to depend on our luck. But the premise is that everybody was forced to go into this tower after some catastrophe happened. I think they call it the burst or something. No idea if it's like radiation. I think it is radiation because they say that if you go outside of the tower, you instantly get blasted by radioactive sand. So I assume that either like the sun like blasted the entire planet and like ionized all the air, so UV radiation's just flitting around everywhere, or probably the more likely thing to happen, everybody just started nuking each other. That's a really sad thing that I can say is more likely. I don't have a very good outlook on our world, and it shows, doesn't it? You as a ghost runner are this augmented human robot amalgam that was, I believe, created for as a peacekeeping force, I think, or not as a peacekeeping force, but as special response units that are special compared to normal like police officers or something like that. But there's two leaders, the architect and Mara. Mara is this lady who's like transhumanist or something. She's very transhumanist since she just transforms all these people into these walking, skittering heads. It's really creepy, but I really like body horror, so I low-key mess with it. It's so cool. But the architect basically wakes you up after your body was found by this like rebel group. Since Mara is like overthrowing the entire tower and trying to get everybody outside by turning them into those weird robot amalgams and making them not human. You do a bunch of combat and stuff and go through the world. It's sick, and you try to fight her. Her fight is pretty fun. Fighting a bunch of enemies and flitting around everywhere, that is the peak of it. That's so fun. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Some of my friends watch this channel. One of you guys is probably watching me right now. No, Mr. C. I will not be playing Overwatch with you tonight, okay? Probably not right now, probably not in the next week or so, okay? Recently, I think we played this game called Omega Strikers, my friends and I, and it was an experience, just to say the least. I'm generally not in the mood for, PvP games, but because I was with my friends, we can just mess around and kind of make fun of each other. So it's an okay experience overall. Let me skip these two. Oh, there you go. This is my first time playing, but like 2 or 3 other players in the lobby were like really good at the game. So I was like, you know what? Just let me have like the basic character. And as a precursor to what Omega Strikers is, think soccer, but you're able to punch each other. That's basically it. It's a hero shooter, but you're playing soccer, and a bunch of characters that have all these special different abilities, and you get to do different things. Some of them are better at striking the ball into the goal, some are better at defending, some are better at just punching each other and like doing damage and kicking each other off the map. And I didn't know this, but the main character that is given to you in the tutorial, yeah, she's one of those characters that is really good at just stunning the opponent and just messing with them and making them cry. So I was just I was playing the game from what I learned in the tutorial, and from what I could tell, and I was very correct on this, this character is really good at interception and messing with the enemy. So all I was doing for most of the game was harassing my one friend, since, just to let you know, this guy is good. He's like really good at this game, presumably because he spends like an inordinate amount of time playing it. Like, no shade to him, but like, sometimes I just see him randomly on the game and I'm like, are you practicing with bots or something? Regardless, while we were playing, I was facing against, off against player U. We'll just call him player U for now. And, oh man, I feel so bad for him. Because he was playing this one like slime girl thing. I think her name's like Juno or something. It's pretty similar to the Juno from Overwatch, but that's besides the point. She is really good at striking, apparently. Every time I took my eyes off of him, he instantly scores a goal, and it was getting on my nerves, and I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm done playing Mr. Nice Guy. So all I'm gonna do now is I'm going to look at you, and if you try to do anything with that ball, I'm punching you in the head and kicking you off the map. By the end of the game, I had like 6 KOs compared to like everyone else's like 1 or 2 KOs. It was something, to say the least. Oh man, this is a really cool looking wall now. I wish it was a little bit taller, but for now, I expect it to be like a real proper wall, you know, where we have like a little walkway inside of the wall to go between places, and we have like little turrets up here to like watch over and see what's over in the land here. But I was just harassing him that entire game. Oh man, So fun. I think he met at some point, he noticed that I was basically just going after him. He was yelling in his head, he told me afterwards. He was just screaming internally for most of that game. And he just got to a breaking point where he was just like, you know what, I've had enough. He just put his hands off of the keyboard and just stood still. He just he was fed up of me just messing up his entire game the entire time. I raged him to such an extent. It gave me great joy doing that. I am not a good person. That was very fun. Please don't break. Please don't break. Ooh, okay, good. I hope you guys are having a pretty good day. I'm having an all right day. I have my protein shake in the fridge. It's the middle of the night right now, but I'm recording at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I go to sleep at like 5 in the morning. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. The only thing I need to worry about is making sure this video gets edited on time, which I'm sure it'll be okay. Oh, I'm sorry about it. Last time I also was pretty late on it. I was about 30 minutes or so late. I tried to do it 4 p.m. CST, or Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. Texas time. I hope that helps. I tried to do it 4 p.m. Texas time. Hey, we're done. Sweet. Let's get a bit of a lock on that side of the wall and see if we can do anything over there. But let me check how long I've been recording this video for. Oh my gosh, I've been recording for 47 minutes. Okay, let's just check out that side real quick before we go, because we got a good amount of work done over there. Hey man, I really hope you guys liked the editing section I did last episode, since that took a decent amount of effort and it was my first time doing one of those like block breaking compilations. And oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of deforestation here, aren't we? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it like out here or something and like go up those walls up here. Yeah, something like here and here is probably good. Somewhere here. Yeah. Here? Let's make it a little bit more internal. Please don't break. Ooh, we're getting really lucky today. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll save this for next episode, I think. Ah, man, I really wanted to talk about Snezhnaya and Genshin because this week is when Genshin updates and gives us the new region. Oh, I've been playing for so long. I've been playing since like 1.3, 1.2, since the first Lantern, right? That was in 2020, 2021? It was when COVID basically happened that year. It was when COVID happened, and that was just a really good excuse to get into gacha games like Genshin. Genshin was a really nice game at the time. I've been waiting for Snezhnaya for so long. I really can't wait for it. Next episode, I'll probably go into a diatribe about how I feel about Nodcry and such. Nodcry being like the most recent region. Snezhnaya is the more Russian region. Nodcry is the, I wouldn't say Slavic, but more like Finland, Arctic Circle. Well, okay, I can't say that. Snezhnaya is also Arctic Circle, but it's a difference between Russia and like Scandinavia and such, kind of, right? Or in like Eastern Europe, as opposed to like hard East Europe of like Russia and such. But yeah, let's actually have like a good view over the wall from here. Oh man, yeah, look at that. That's our effort for today. Look at that. We did a good amount of work. Fantastic. But next episode, I think we will either continue and hollow out that area, or I'm going to continue my promise and make next episode an exploration episode. Go ahead in the comments and tell me what kind of exploration you want to see me do next episode, you know? I'm probably not going to do any nether stuff just yet. I think I'm going to save that for a while, but for now, I hope to see you guys soon. Bye-bye.